fucking bitch.
They're here. They're here. You're not gonna believe me. All of you trolls, all of you people on the internet, you're not gonna believe me, but they're here, the dead. They walk, and they're gonna come for me. You've been hearing all these things in the news, those things like Ryan Dunn died in a car crash. Zombies. Zombies got him. And they're coming for me because I speak the truth. I know what's going on. It's a matter of time. I'm gonna take this video, I'm gonna put it underground somewhere no one can get it. And then what's gonna happen is I'm gonna leave a note. I'm gonna leave a note, and then you guys are gonna find it, and you're gonna know that everything I said was true. And then that's how you're gonna know that this is the truth. This is what happened. This is what's gonna happen. You're gonna,
SW, July 23rd. Izzie Deadyet will be the Burger King of the ring. I'll destroy Jews, I'll destroy lawyers, I'll destroy everybody in my path. And when it's all said and done, the Whopper meal of my choice, human burgers, brain burgers, all for Izzie Deadyet. You're all next.
It's the first ever ISW Burger King of the Ring Spectacular, featuring an 8-man single elimination tournament. 8 ISW superstars will be vying for the very coveted Whopper and the title of Burger King of the Ring.
Let's not waste time and jump right into covering the hot action that'll go down at Burger King of the Ring. First up, the first round. They're stacked with matchups that have never happened before, aside from one, which went down this past March. When Danbury and Frankie Arion were set to appear at Boner Jam, things seemed alright for the duo, until Canadian immigration shut them down. Frustration at an all-time high, and with Dan suspecting Frankie's been screwing his mom, war broke out. The two split a hotel room with one bed, and a fight broke out to determine who would get it. A double pizza chessie onto the bed for Frankie was all it took to put Dan in a rather uncomfortable place.
Danbury here. You know, I thought getting turned away at the Canadian border was the suckiest thing that could have happened that weekend. But as it turns out, the hotel room match with Frankie Arion turned out to be the biggest pain in the ass. Anyway, it turns out July 23rd, I get my revenge. I get to go one-on-one with Frankie Arion in the Burger King of the Ring. You know what? That's perfect, because I am so hungry for victory at this point. I mean, Frankie Arion, you're a fidget, and you're lucky you got that win in the hotel room, because rest assured, that's not going to happen. You'll be in my hometown of Danbury, Connecticut. By the way, ISW, it's not Danbury, Connecticut, okay? I think I clarified that last time. Don't advertise as Danbury, Connecticut. Don't say it's the Heirloom Arts Theater in Danbury, Connecticut on July 23rd. It's Danbury, Connecticut. Correct it, or else when I win my Whopper, I'm going to shove it right up Roch's ass. Danbury is the new Burger King of the Ring. You can turn it off now, cameraman, because I gotta take a shit.
Now the rematch to put one of these men one step closer to the biggest prize of them all, a Whopper value meal. Oh, and a shot at one of the titles. Another thing looking for revenge after the outcome of March is Lloyd Cthulowitz. The monster made his debut at Boner Jam in a three-way against Bastian Snow and the creature he would eventually be defeated by, Izzie Deadyet. The two of them square off in the first round of Burger King of the Ring, and Cthulowitz has something to say about it. Last time we were in Danbury, we had some special guests rock out at intermission. Danbury's own Two-Fisted Lock. When we heard they had a new album coming out this fall, we had to get them back for a second round so they could drop some of their kick-ass sound on our fans. Check out this clip from their performance at Exact Change Only.
Pinkie Sanchez here, but you already know that. And I'm here to talk about ISW, Interspecies Wrestling. I'm here to talk about Burger King of the Ring, the hottest tournament in town, July 23rd. That's right, I know I'm over. Let me tell you something. Yes, I know, I'm very over. Anyway, no games. I was considered the biggest loser in ISW, and you know what? I'll wear that on my forehead. I'll wear it proud. But there's not going to be any losing whatsoever. July 23rd at Burger King of the Ring. See, Player Uno, we've never locked horns. You're one hell of a competitor, but you are not, by any means, Pinkie Sanchez. There's only one Pinkie Sanchez. You're looking at him, you're watching him on your YouTube, you're watching him on your Daily Motion, you're watching him on your interwebs. You're lusting, you're foaming at the mouth. You're thinking, how can I get as sexy as this? Let me tell you something, you're not. Player Uno, until you've beaten the man, then you ain't player uno. You always be second place in my heart. So with that said, after I beat player uno, it seems that I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna wrestle either Danbury or I'm gonna wrestle that angry little midget, Frankie Arian. Let me tell you something. Both you guys, it's gonna take me 30 seconds to wipe the floor with you. Now I know, oh man, Pinkie Sanchez, he's such a nice guy. He's so humble. No, it's hard to be humble when you're Pinkie Sanchez nowadays. Because the biggest loser is gonna be the Burger King of the ring. Now, pan out, pan, promo over, pan out. Wait. I almost forgot. I always hit you guys with the last line. Because I'm gonna be the next Burger King in the ring. Why? Because I got the skills that pay them bills. Everyone's favorite baby daddy, Pinkie Sanchez. Mwah!
Yeah? No, really? Wow, that's crazy. Anyways, I want to talk to you later. See you around. Hey, look, a camera. A camera that I'm conveniently holding in my right hand. That's right, it's a Player Uno hand cam. Live from my 2-bedroom apartment. I do pretty good for myself, though. Anyways, it's not about my apartment. It's all about July 23rd. It's coming up. In case you didn't know, Interspecies Wrestling is presenting Burger King of the Ring. That's right. The winner not only gets a value meal of his choice, they also get a shot at a title of their choice. And in case you've been following Interspecies Wrestling, you knew that I, the former Interspecies Wrestling champion, had his belt stolen from him. His belt stolen from him from Giant Tiger. That's right. The most humiliating of defeats. I had to lose my belt to Giant Tiger. Well, you know what? That's fine and dandy, because at Burger King of the Ring, I'm going to face Pinkie Sanchez in the first round. A match that's never happened before. And I'm not worried. You see, I have all the skills to go all the way to the top. And I'm sure Pinkie Sanchez is a great competitor, but he's no player uno. So Pinkie Sanchez, at Burger King of the Ring, I'm come for you, nigga.
The field at Burger King of the Ring sees some unique participants, 2 of which are set to do battle in the first round. Second-generation Panda Bear, El Hijo del Bamboo, has always been lovable, but with a fierce side. He'll look to show some of that fire off in the tournament, perhaps cooking up a side dish of crab when he sets off to peel the shell off the wrestling sea creature, Bastian Snow.
ISW, Bastian Snow, Burger King of the Ring. Back Danbury when you come to Rachel. Look at me. I don't think it's a Derek in the snow. This kind of sad.
Fans of Interspecies Wrestling, let me introduce myself. My name is Denver, Colorado, the man, not the place, and I like to fancy myself as the ringleader of an underground wrestling movement known as Beyond Wrestling. Now, in case you're not familiar with Beyond Wrestling, the concept is very simple. Wrestling for wrestlers by wrestlers. Up until this point, all of our events have been held closed to the public. In fact, we don't even have a locker room. When wrestlers are competing, they're not only competing to win the match, but also to get the admiration of all of the other wrestlers who are standing by ringside, hanging on every last move. Now, this unprecedented setting has become an incredible networking opportunity, and it has attracted some of the top rookies from around the country. Opportunity is the name of the game at Beyond Wrestling, and now, on July 23rd, at the Heirloom Arts Theater in Danbury, Connecticut, a new opportunity presents itself. The first ever Beyond Wrestling live show open to the public. About time. We're going to be holding that event in conjunction with your beloved interspecies wrestling. It's going to be a doubleheader, wrestling's first ever two-headed monster. And I give you my word, I guarantee that Beyond Wrestling About Time is going to be the most interactive wrestling show that you have ever been to, because we're going to go out of our way to replicate the authentic atmosphere that put Beyond Wrestling on the map. You want to know more about Beyond Wrestling? Make sure to follow us online. Facebook.com/Beyond Wrestling, Twitter.com/Beyond Wrestling, and of course, for free weekly matches, YouTube.com/Beyond Wrestling. Now, before I let you go, gotta let you know, on July 1st, that's gonna be the last day that you're gonna be able to get the combo tickets for ISW and Beyond Wrestling for only $25, but you can still get them right now for the next few days. Go to Beyond Wrestling's official website, www.lookmanofans.com. Beyond Wrestling About Time, Interspecies Wrestling Burger King of the Ring, wrestling's two-headed monster, July 23rd in Danbury, Connecticut.
In the month of April, ISW lost two very close friends. First, Frank Morin, better known to many of you as Stinky the Homeless Guy. Frank was a friend to all of us and an incredible fan favorite to all of the interspecies wrestling fan base. From this show onward, everything ISW does is done in memory of Frank. As such, Burger King in the Ring is a show put on in cooperation with Fighting Back, Wrestling with Cancer, a non-profit coalition of wrestlers, promoters, volunteers, and fans raising awareness and funds for the Canadian Cancer Society. We will have donation jars available at the show, as well as cupcakes for sale with a minimum donation of $2. Please help us raise funds to help fight back against cancer. The other friend we lost was Sweet and Sour Larry Sweeney, a man who was on the first ever ISW show. Sweeney was also beloved by all of his fans and peers. When a group of said peers came to us and asked to put on a match in his memory, we gladly opened up a spot on the card for them. The Sweet and Sour Special, Gran Akuma, Icarus, and Jolly Roger versus 2.0 and Hella Wicked. Back in March, Twiggy shocked the world when he pinned Sexy Eddie to become the #1 contender to Giant Tiger's ISW title. While he proved himself to us, the Dirty Zookeeper used contractual power to pull himself off the show to avoid defending his title. However, Twiggy's never one to back down from a fight. Since he's defeated Eddie and is on his way to Giant Tiger, why not take down another member of the league in the meantime? Twiggy versus Eddie Kingston in a huge David versus Goliath showdown.
The date was March 27th, 2011 at the Fafun Electric at the Boner Jam, when by the grace of God, I managed to beat 3 other top-notch competitors in the Contenders Clash. And I thought everything was fine and dandy like sugar candy. I was going to stroll into Connecticut, get my shot at Giant Tiger's ISW title. And just like that, I find out that old GT, he's not coming to Connecticut. You know, I wish that I could say I'm surprised, but back of my mind, I had a sneaking suspicion that he wasn't coming to Connecticut. So what does he do? He says I gotta face his hired gun, his old buddy, last of a dying breed, Eddie Kingston. Now, people are telling me, and they're asking me, they're going, how are you going to avoid Eddie Kingston kicking your butt all around Connecticut? And the answer's simple. I'm not going to avoid it. I'm going into that match knowing that Eddie Kingston is going to kick my butt. But you know, this is my first rodeo. Every match I go into for the past 8 years, I've been getting my butt kicked. What makes this any different? Eddie Kingston, what you got to realize is that sometimes the long shot come from behind underdog, he wins. Sometimes the odds aren't always right. Come Connecticut, it's going to take 3 seconds. And Giant Tiger, you can throw whatever roadblock in my way. Whether it's Eddie Kingston, Sexy Eddie, Meatball, Oily Norman, Montana, I don't care. Do what you gotta do, because when the smoke clears and the dust settles, one of these days you're gonna be standing across the ring from me, looking me eye to eye, and I'm gonna take that title that you have been holding hostage. Whew.
Finally, in our non-tournament main event, the most violent and brutal match ISW has to offer comes to the United States. The fans bring the Lego Death Match. And yes, that means all the Lego that you have. It's a war months in the making. Addy Starr versus Shitty.
even care about the title anymore. That's not what this is about. Sure, you win probably my only shot ever at a title in ISW, but that's not what this is about anymore. You obviously don't know me. You don't know my past. You don't know that I was brought into ISW for all the things that I've done. I've wrestled in death matches with some of the craziest deathmatch wrestlers. I've even gotten wrestling banned in parts of this country for the things that I've done. And you're gonna try and scare me with a little bit of Lego. Well, I've got some news for you. July 23rd in Danbury, Connecticut at the Heirloom Arts Ballroom. For the first time ever in the United States, it's gonna be you and me in a Lego death match. And I'm gonna beat you at your own game. And at the end, that is gonna be you.
It's the first ever ISW Burger King of the Ring Spectacular, featuring an 8-man single elimination tournament. 8 ISW superstars will be vying for the very coveted whopper and the title of Burger King of the Ring. The very first ISW superstar to qualify, Danbury's own Danbury. He will meet the ever-popular Frankie Arion in a rematch of the Ages. Will Danbury further prove Danbury is his town, or will Frankie Arion spread his way to the big meal? Then you will see self-proclaimed scumbag Pinkie Sanchez taking on Player Uno, the former ISW champion, on a road to redemption. Pinkie Sanchez and Player Uno lock up in first round action. Then it's on, the Battle of the Beast. Izzie Deadyet will be taking on everyone's favorite Jewish monster, Lloyd Cthulowitz. It's a match where anything can happen, and probably will. And in the final matchup, you'll see ISW second generation panda El Hijo del Bamboo take on the catch-as-catch-can crustacean Bastian Snow. Can Bamboo take home the whopper? Not if Bastian has anything to say about it. One of these 8 men will become Burger King of the Ring. But that's not all. You'll see fans bring the Legos deathmatch. Shitty, the brainwashed pet of the other champion Muhammad, has been taking his frustrations out on the badass femme fatale, Addy Starr. And it all comes to a head in the most deadly match interspecies wrestling has to offer. Then, David versus Goliath. Twiggy shocked the world when he pinned Sexy Eddie to become #1 contender at Boner Jam. But Giant Tiger doesn't think he's ready yet. Never one to back down from a challenge. He will take on GT's personal assassin, the unrelenting King of Diamonds, Eddie Kingston. He'll attempt to end Twiggy's career and keep the title safe for the league. And in 6-man action, a tribute to a fallen friend. The Sweet and Sour Special as Icarus, Brandon Kuma, and Jolly Rogers square up against 2.0 and Howl Wicked in a match that'll deliver the goods on this, the most regal night in interspecies wrestling history, Burger King of the Ring.
Thanks for the recap, Todd. That's all we have, folks, so be there on July 23rd at the Heirloom Arts Theater, 155 Main Street in Danbury, Connecticut. And don't forget your letter.